So there's been a supposed leaker by the name of Next Handheld who first appeared on Reddit by claiming that they had access to the final version of the next generation Nintendo system and that they were going to share more information to prove to it on Christmas, but that they already had shared some stuff with mods and the mods were keeping the post up. And I made a video talking about it and giving all of the information that they had talked about inside of their post. And sure enough, when Christmas did come around, we had images come out from this person claiming to be the first kind of images of the final version of the Switch 2. And we've seen these images. I already made a video talking about them, and to this day there still hasn't been any type of concrete proof that's been able to show us for 100% if this is real or if this is fake. So there's still a debate going online as for what is the case, but I feel like now there's actually been some mock-ups that have been made that could show us if this design is in fact the real deal, what the final version of it could be like with everything, and we can actually kind of get like a first look of the system, and it actually does look pretty nice. Now this is really the image that kind of started everything, as this was posted on Christmas, and this is supposedly, I guess, what the Nintendo Switch 2 dock is going to look like with its final version. And when this image came out, there was so much debate going online as for if this is real or if it's AI generated or if it's 3D printed. And I mean, the biggest thing that people were saying was that we can see here with some detail that they do have kind of all of the like licensing kind of symbols here and recycling and stuff like that, which is really hard for AI to get correct because this type of stuff would always be messed up and AI is not able to get those types of intricate details correctly. But I mean, a lot of people were also kind of just a little bit weirded out by the design of it because it looks so kind of different and something that doesn't really feel like what Nintendo would do, because you've got like these weird vents on top here at the bottom, you got some stuff here on the side here too, but the whole entire back of this being like the dock just seems really weird compared to what we have right now, where you have kind of like that little door that opens up on the dock if you have a normal Switch, and then if you have the OLED there's like a little panel that opens up on the back. And it seems like that's probably what's missing here from this dock, as we actually now have somebody who was able to make a 3D mock-up version of like what this dock would look like if it had a shell to go on the back of it here. So this person right here, Ellie, was able to kind of make a design for it. And actually looking at this now, I'm actually pretty kind of satisfied with this. Like if I look at this now and if this is really going to be what the dock looks like for the Nintendo Switch 2 and if this is going to be the system, yeah, this actually looks really sleek, because we can see right here, we've got the big console here with the 8-inch screen on top of it here. We've got a rounded dock here. We can see the new logo with the Nintendo Switch. And then we can also see here on the back, this is what it would look like if there was a shell to put on the back of it. And I think this now makes it look very sleek, you know, because you've got your little ports right here on the side for USB. And then this is what it would look like with everything put on it. So now it actually feels like a very sleek system, because the image that we got here, this one, it looks like something is missing. And I think that's kind of the reason why I thought that this was a really weird kind of picture to have for the design. So that's why now, if this is going to be how it is, this makes a lot of sense, because you can see right here there would be like a little hole here now to get like your wires to come out, and I think this makes it look much more sleek, and I'd be really happy if the Switch 2 ends up looking something like this. And we can see here with the shell off, this is kind of like what we got to see with that leak if it was real, where it would basically be kind of your ports here on the side. You got your HDMI, this would be your AC adapter power, this would probably be Ethernet, and then I guess this here, like this hole that we can see here too, because it does appear here, maybe that's going to be kind of where you connect the shell here with this component, and then you can just put it right back on and then put it behind your shell for wherever you put your dock, and that way it would be looking really sleek from the back and everything too. So if it's like this, I'd actually be very impressed, and I think that this looks really good. It definitely looks like a very sleek system. Here's just some other examples, I guess, to kind of look at it to get the point across, where you can see here from the top, you can see some like ventilation going into the bottom where it comes out of the dock. And yeah, this definitely looks like a very premium design system. It looks very sleek. I love the colors too, if it's going to be like this gray color, which has also been rumored. Power button looks really nice, or like the power light here. And I mean, obviously this isn't the final version, but this is kind of like an idea as for what the first look of that system could be like if this is going to be what they're going to be using for the dock. And I think with that in mind, this would look like a very sleek system. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that if they go with something like this, and if this is really kind of the real version of the Nintendo Switch 2, I'd actually be very happy with this. And then really the other thing that I just wanted to talk about here was the power and performance, as if you've been keeping up to date with the power and performance leaks and stuff about the Switch 2, then you know that it's going to be anywhere from like a PlayStation 4 Pro level to maybe kind of reaching the level of an Xbox Series S. And coming from the current Nintendo Switch, which is only just a little bit more powerful than a Wii U and kind of around an Xbox One level, that is going to be a massive upgrade, especially for Nintendo's own first-party games. But a lot of people hearing this information and having like the latest systems out right now were pretty disappointed by this, and I feel like it's something that a lot of people just kind of don't really understand. So we had Central here talking about it, saying Nintendo Switch 2 will be a considerably more powerful, refined, and in general better Switch, and that's all we need. When you finally see the games and realize how Nintendo will take advantage of the huge power difference, you will realize how big this is going to be. And I feel like that's really kind of the case for a lot of people. I mean, I can kind of look at the numbers and kind of see the power estimates and stuff and know that it's going to be amazing, but some people who are not really into tech, you're kind of just going to need to see like what the next Mario game and the next Xenoblade and stuff looks like to really kind of get an idea for how much of a performance leap this is going to be coming from the current Switch. But we've also got people here like this who are opposed, saying, no, it will be as powerful as a PS4 Pro, a console that is almost 10 years old, and they're going to sell it for 300 to 400 euros. Stop saying that that's okay. Nintendo is using the love for the fans to sell overpriced stuff. But here's the thing, this person is failing to understand that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be a tablet-like system that's not going to be able to cram in the power that you have on like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. And if you're expecting that type of performance, it's just not going to be possible to fit that inside of a little tablet. But at the same time, going from like a PS4 Pro to a PS5, yeah, there is an upgrade, but it's really not as big anymore compared to like what we used to see back in the day. And that's why Nintendo kind of reaching this level now, especially with more modern chips and using kind of features like DLSS and stuff, it's really going to make it amazing for third-party games and a lot of their first-party games too. I mean, I kind of put this tweet right here talking about it, where I said here, one of these days, people will realize that graphics are slowly reaching their peak potential. Going from a PS5 to a PS6 is not going to feel like going from a PS1 to a PS2 anymore. These are all PS4 screenshots and every game still looks incredible. The Switch 2 will finally be a system that can output capabilities like this while also have Nintendo's colorful art styles and creative game mechanics and still be able to put it in a backpack, and it's going to be one of the best generations of all time. And you can see right here all of these images. We've got this image right here from Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4. It looks really nice. It still holds up very well to this day. Here's another image of Spider-Man on the PS4. Obviously, we've got Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, which looks better, but this still looks really good to this day. And Spider-Man 4, even if you play the original 2016 game on a PS4, it still looks incredible to this day. We can see right here, here's an image of Red Dead Redemption 2, just a beautiful world. You can see the landscape here with the trees and the mountains and everything. Still looks incredible, and that was on a PS4. And then we've got this picture right here of Ghost of Tsushima. Really colorful background, all these leaves and everything still looks incredible. And if the Nintendo Switch 2, if you're telling me that all of these types of games, this is the type of performance and power that we're going to see now on Nintendo's games, Nintendo doesn't even try to have their games be super hyper realistic. So just imagine like how stylized they can make a game like Mario or Fire Emblem or Xenoblade or Zelda or something. It's just going to look fantastic on this next system. Now, I already made a more in-depth video talking about why the Switch 2 having the same amount of performance as like a PS4 is really amazing for Nintendo and why it's going to be so good. So if you haven't seen that video, there should be a little eye up in the corner right now. You can definitely click or tap on that, but I'll also put it in the outro of this video if you want to go and check it out after you're done watching this one. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more videos talking about the Switch 2, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. How would you feel if this is going to be the real design for the Nintendo Switch 2 and about the performance being around a PS4 level? How do you feel about all of that? Be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.